All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 807. I'm your host, GPD, here on Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who can't wait to pitch you on his team-based hero shooter ideas, Wombat.
I got a million of them.
Tell me one. Tell me your top one.
It's X-Men rail shooter.
Wait a minute. That's not a team-based hero. How are you going to do that?
Yeah, because you are either X-Men blue or X-Men yellow team.
Uh-huh.
And
the whole team is on rails?
and everyone's on rails.
So, like, you're just shooting. You're just aiming and shooting.
You're just aiming and shooting.
Okay, so, like,
And
what's
everyone is
Nightcrawler
Cyclops. Everyone is Cyclops.
It's like, well, I think we're going to save a lot of money on the budget, I feel like. Cause
well, there are a lot of different outfits for Cyclops. So
that's cheap, though, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you may have the green light for this. I think we can start moving forward.
Can we make this happen?
I think so.
Nice.
We're the next step.
Nice.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Ship, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I see you got Ren and Stimpy behind you.
I do. Yes.
You have both of them. You have the set.
And he also has a shaven yak.
Yes.
Wait, I want to see the yak.
The yak is in front of Stimpy. Yeah.
Oh, I can't see that.
You can't see the shaven rat. Yeah.
Wow. So that was a set?
They were just, they were stuffed animals back in the day, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a new purchase. That's a vintage
no.
purchase.
Oh, wow. I still have the price tag on this. I remember I bought this there was a Viacom store that used to be in Chicago. So I went into the Viacom store and the shaven yak was on sale and priced at $16 on his tag, but I'm pretty sure he was on a discount.
Right.
And yeah, I bought him. I bought this and I bought a hat that had a TV dinner patch on it. Just like the picture of a TV dinner.
Okay. That's from Ren and Stimpy also?
No.
Oh.
That's just a cool hat.
That's Viacom's
Why not?
bread and butter.
Right. Well, I think it was it might have been like a Nick at Night type of thing.
Oh.
Like,
that checks.
yeah. But I don't think the Viacom store is still
I doubt it.
still around.
I remember when the Warner Brothers store in Times Square. Do you remember that, GB? It was gigantic.
Yes, but then they had the Warner Brothers stores in malls, right?
Yes.
The smaller versions.
Yeah, smaller versions.
But they had the big
one
one
in Times Square was super
I've got an Adam Ant stuffy that I bought from the Warner Brothers store when that existed. Yes.
Adam
Ren
Ant?
is actually from this same. He's right there. If you
I see him
on my shelf.
I see him.
He's right there. This is just a Ren like pillow.
Plush.
Yeah.
They didn't have log.
You're gonna make me feel like I've missed out on other stuffed animals here.
I mean, I don't know if log is a thing that exists, but I would.
I'm pretty sure that I think they
bought
did make a stuffed log.
I bought Stimpy in Washington D.C.
Ren
Or no,
and Stimpy.
No, I bought Ren in Washington D.C.
Is that when he was a congressman?
It's when we went there for like 8th grade field trip.
They sell log. Log is
They
a
do
thing.
Okay.
You can get them on eBay.
And then my middle school girlfriend got me Stimpy for a birthday present. Our birthday was on the same day. I don't remember. I don't remember what I got her.
Herpes.
Rejection.
They've
All
always
right.
been in this room. It's just stuff gets moved around.
Okay. I thought that was a new purchase, but no. It's not a museum there. It's interactive.
It is. Things move around.
Yes.
Within this room and elsewhere.
Right. Wombat. It's very dark in there. Is this for Halloween?
No, I was like, it's either too bright or too dark, and I'm just leaning towards too dark right now. Also, the lights, I guess the outside lights aren't on, which usually are, which actually kind of.
I mean, this is the time to have them on. Halloween and Christmas.
I know. Well, tomorrow I'm going to have, I don't know how many 16, we'll say 15 to 17-year-olds in my backyard because my house is always Halloween house. So I have that to look forward to.
I just assumed you were going as Zordon.
Right.
From Power Rangers.
I understand the reference.
Yes.
I don't know any Zordon lines.
Just floating head.
Yeah, that'd be good. We could have leaned into that.
Mm-hmm.
How's
And I
Hell
should have
Week?
worn a lighter shirt. I finished my Hell Week. I did
Mazel
my 4
tov.
classes.
Nice.
And that is with on, I want to say, because I went Thursday, Saturday, Monday, and today.
Hmm.
And I want to say it was during the Saturday class that one of the calluses on my heel, on the back of my heel, split wide open. And it is
Delicious.
incredibly painful.
Wait, hold on. Why do you have a callus on the back of your heel?
The back of my heels are just one big callus. It's just your heels are not. I don't know how they're not. They're just big.
No.
Yeah, my heels are just one big like rough callus.
Like the bottom part or the back part?
the
Bottom
whole
part.
the bottom back.
Right.
Yeah, like
The bottom back.
the bottom back.
Back
So
bottom.
like the ridge where your heel would be, and that's calloused.
Oh wait, that's even further forward.
No, in the back of my heel, the
mine
back
is
of my
nice.
foot.
I'm rubbing it right now. All the skin's
Yes.
coming off, but it's
And
it
yes,
doesn't seem
mostly on the thickest on the bottom,
calloused.
but
Uh-huh.
it does go up a little bit towards the back of the foot. But
So that broke open, and it's like
it
what
broke
happened?
open. Nothing. I just kind of,
hurt.
you kind of put some lotion on it and stuff to make sure it doesn't get infected
Rub
and
some dirt
whatnot.
on it and get back out there.
Yeah, and exactly. You rub some dirt on it and you get back out there. It just hurt, but I still did it. I just want to go on record that
You
I
got
still
your
finished Hell
shirt,
Week.
or you're getting your shirt.
I'm getting my shirt because they changed the rules.
What?
They changed the
They're
rules.
trying to keep you from that shirt.
And it's based on how early you signed up.
how often you pay them.
They ran out of shirts. You're saying?
They didn't. Even the girl behind the desk was telling me that she thought it was silly. She's like, we know how many people signed up. We know who paid. We know how many shirts we have. So we don't know why we can't just give you your shirt. But we were told that the people who signed up earliest have to get all their shirts first. And then we can give them. I'm like, that's stupid. And she's like, it is stupid. I agree.
Can I
There's
tell you
nothing I can do
how
about it.
mine did it?
How'd yours? You said, give me my shirt, and they gave it to you?
No.
No.
When I left the class, it was waiting for me on a table with my name on it. Because
See,
they
that's
know
nice.
they know exactly who's hit their goal at,
Yeah.
by taking that class, and they just have it sitting there.
Yeah, they even says like, we know you hit your goal. Congratulations.
Right.
We think it's great, but I
Right.
can't give you your shirt because
Right.
I would have wanted to wear it
Oh.
for the show
Right.
tonight.
Oh,
Well, they gave me the wrong size shirt, so instead I'm wearing my Master Blaster Runs Bartertown shirt.
Nice. I'm wearing a maroon polo.
Shanafan bought this for me for my birthday.
That's nice.
Maybe I
This
wore it
shirt's
before.
This shirt is actually very big on me.
Take
I
it
kinda
off,
swim
buddy.
in
Let's
it,
go.
right?
Take it off.
Yeah.
Then we can see your whole
No.
body, because right now you're just that
Big floating head. Yeah, I know. Big floating head. I get it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fall for any of the other Orange Theory like themed things where they get you to pay more money to work harder. Only Hell Week.
Mm-mm.
They only get me once a year. No matter what they come up with, they're not going to get me.
It's a nice T-shirt this year. It's pretty cool looking.
It's always, yeah. It looks like it's more street this year.
Mhm.
Like
Looks like a T-shirt.
counterculture. That's
There
what I'm
you
looking
go.
for. Normally
Sure.
it's just like a skull of some sort. And now it's like some guy's eyes popping out of his head. And
Yeah, it's cool. It's like it's a zombie. It's a marathon running zombie, and I'm like, oh, I dig that, and I did it. I earned my shirt. That's the long story short. I did. Hell
we
Week.
earned our shirts.
We earned our shirts. Yes, you too. Congratulations. Good job.
I learned that, they themed every day, like jumping, whatever,
Mhm.
swimming, even though there's no fucking water. But the one that I went to last was like grip strength. And I learned that I have no grip strength, basically, probably from 40 years of playing video games and computer stuff. But you had to hold dumbbells for like 2 minutes and step up and down off, on the bench.
Mhm.
Step up, and like sometimes you got to lift your knee up in the air, whatever. But I found that like after a minute, my left hand, I had to put it down. Like it just hurt too much. After doing it like several rounds.
Your
of
right
that.
hand had plenty of
My
experience.
yeah, somehow I don't know why my right hand seems super fucking strong.
Mhm.
So I guess the moral of the story is start jacking it with my left.
Yeah, it's called the stranger.
Right. But that was a little depressing, is that I had to put the weight down. But probably a lot of us now maybe How would you get that? Because too many video games and not enough jacking off. Yeah, because my right hand was okay. So, and it was the same weight.
Yeah. I have that with just my arms in general. Using I'll use the same weight in
The
both
muscles
arms.
are getting tired, you're saying.
I'm
Not
see,
the
I
wrists.
I have more trouble because I'm left-handed. Like, lifting with my right arm gets tired faster than my left arm does.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen, I think.
Yeah,
that seems
That seems right.
it's
Doesn't seem that
fairly
unique.
normal. I'm saying
Yes.
that just I'm like, it's not so
Sometimes-
crazy.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm supposed to like use a heavier weight with my right hand than my left hand.
I
My
doubt
dominant
it.
hand.
I've thought about
No,
it,
right?
but yeah.
No, not unless
Yeah.
you want one arm to get even bigger than the other one.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Doesn't make a
That
lot
would
of
be
sense.
weird.
It's good
You look like people start calling you Fiddler Crab.
though. All right, let's do some show feedback. It's about that
Sure.
time.
Lancer X916 had to say that he loved the twist at the end of Matlock. Glad to hear it was renewed since Bates has already announced that she's retiring after the series ends. But this is where it gets interesting. A rare Wombat correction. Wombat is incorrect about the actress who played the Dream Ghost. It is not his wife. It is an actress named Kimberly Herron, not Donna Dixon. I take it back. I was wrong. All these years, I thought it was Donna Dixon.
From Ghostbusters, not from Matlock.
Yes, from Ghostbusters, the Dream Ghost and Ghostbusters. Yes, I should be clear.
So
Right.
so the promos, like since our last show, the promos for Matlock now are just straight up, just like my daughter died and I'm out to find out what happened and get justice for that.
And
Like that's
take
just like
them
straight
down.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, take them down, get justice, whatever. That's like just like straight up.
Yeah.
You didn't spoil anything because that's what the promos are now.
They
Perfect.
figured maybe you'll jump right in on the next season. That's not out yet, though, right?
Mhm.
It's like only like 3 episodes so far.
They're
isn't it?
still in the
Oh.
first season.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what the fuck are
There's
they
probably
doing?
going to be 20 episodes. It's a regular TV show. There's 20 episodes a season on a regular TV show.
Really? Oh my gosh.
You don't
Wow.
remember that?
Nope. I haven't watched that show. What high
High
what?
Potential?
Yeah, that's like the first network TV show I've watched in
Yeah.
a while.
It's crazy when you do that, when you look back and it's like, oh yeah, season 1 of Friends, 23 episodes. It's like, that's nuts.
Right.
Because now everything is 8 or 10 on the
Right.
streamers.
And they're still
Yeah,
too long.
sometimes.
Still too much.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
New Blakestone had to say, I live in shipwreck's constant reality. No joke. I don't know what that means, and I didn't know if I missed something, so I brought it up because I'm like, what am I missing?
I feel like he just associates himself
Right.
with you.
I'm sure there's people that associate with you as well, Wombat.
Yeah.
And then maybe somebody associates with GP.
Probably not. Master Blaster. Master Blaster runs a part of town. Yes, Wombat. It's not all about you. Shipwreck has his fans, and
That-
you know.
I'm the one who put the comment on there.
I know, I understand that, but I'm just saying.
'cause you were
We're
confused
explaining
by
it to you. Right. Now we explained it to you, and now you know. People.
It just means that he's a Shipwreck fan. That's what that means.
Well, that he probably thinks that he behaves and acts similarly to Shipwreck, right? Like he maybe collects a lot of stuff, like spreadsheets, drinks beer. What are you drinking tonight? Nothing.
I am.
Oh,
I am drinking Sal table beer.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
It's beer that you can just have there on the table. and drink.
I don't know. I don't like that name.
You mean it's
Sal?
supposed to be warm?
Mhm.
No. It's just
Sounds like
cold.
it has meat in it.
Right. It sounds like it's supposed to be warm.
Warm
And has
meat
meat.
beer.
Yeah.
Enjoy your warm meat beer.
Sow.
I'm
Well,
gonna stick with my water.
It's from Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't
Yeah.
know.
home with the warm beer.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's some of the best table beer you can find.
It's
All
much
right.
better than that chair beer I usually drink.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, what are we talking about?
New Blake
Wow.
Stone loves you, and he wants to have your man child.
I've got enough kids.
Right.
I may have misinterpreted what he said, but let's do Watch This Jerks.
Mm-hmm. Not much on here. Am I the only person that watched anything? Leslie?
Mrs. Chibi and I watched the beginning of that Anne Hathaway movie on Netflix.
I didn't even know there was an Anne
Princess
Hathaway.
Diaries.
No, it's
Princess
called
Diaries
Woman
2.
of the Hour. Woman of the Hour. Where
That's
it's,
Anna Kendrick.
yes, what did I say?
You said Anne Hathaway.
Same thing, right?
Sure.
I don't even know who's Anne Hathaway. I don't even know. What's she in?
Anne Hathaway is
Yeah.
in the Princess Diaries.
And
Yeah,
Princess
Anna-
Diaries too.
Was she in Batman?
Anna Kendrick. Anna
she in-
She
Kendrick.
was.
Yeah,
she was
in a-
Catwoman.
She was
She
a
was a
Catwoman at some
Catwoman.
point.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick is the one in the movie. Got it.
Yeah, she
that I
was in
watched.
the Pitch Perfect films. Have you
Yeah.
ever watched any of those?
Yeah, no, obviously
Oh, they're
not.
good movies.
Sure.
She was in that one Christmas movie.
Yeah, I
Nope.
don't
Where she
understand
was-
why that's an obviously no. I mean, they're
Yeah.
enjoyable films. That's right. I forgot. You only watch things that people hate. Go on.
No, I just don't. I was never really in
You
that
don't watch
demographic.
movies for fun. I understand.
I do, of course, I do.
No, you don't. You don't watch. Is this movie going to give me anxiety? No. Oh, I don't want to watch that.
Could I potentially pass out watching this movie?
Exactly.
No,
Oh,
forget it.
Am I going to be depressed for a month after watching this? Oh no, I'm not going to watch that.
Oh no, there's no good movies anymore. That's the real answer.
Until Princess Diaries 3.
We only watched the beginning
It's
of that.
coming.
Is
You know
it
that,
Coming,
right?
that I know. Yes.
Yes.
with Anna
Going
Kendrick?
back to
Hathaway.
Genovia.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where the mutants are?
No, that's Genosha.
Oh,
That's the next country over.
right. So I could see a good movie where someone gets lost and they think they're going to one country and they want like a swap movie, one of those swap movies.
That's all Disney. So
They
It
could do
could
it.
all
it
happen.
could very much happen.
Hmm,
Deadpool could be the link between the two
shit.
countries.
I better write this down and mail it to you, Wombat, so I get my trademark in. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that totally works.
Yeah, we only watched the beginning of that, but it's like serial killer in that movie. The
Yes.
plot of that movie is that there's a serial killer that goes on the dating game.
Yes.
And-
It's a
and,
true story.
Yeah, it's a true story. So it's kind of grim, you know, because it's a
The Night
serial killer.
Stalker.
Oh, it's the Night Stalker. They didn't. Okay, they don't
I
give
had that
it
in
the name.
television game.
Nice.
It's a good game.
Mhm.
All
What's his
right,
name? Richard Aguilar.
sounds familiar. Yes,
Yeah, something
you
like
would.
that.
You would
Pretty
know
sure
that.
he's a receiver for the Eagles.
Yeah. I know my serial killers.
You would. Speaking of which,
I did watch the Zodiac Killer documentary on Netflix, the new one,
right?
and it's really good. And I've watched, I think, I don't know, all of the Zodiac Killer documentaries.
Yes.
For some reason, my wife, who does not like scary things, will watch anything Zodiac Killer related. She's like into it.
It's
And
not
this
that
one's
scary when it happened like a long time ago. I feel.
Yeah. I think that's definitely part of it. I think she's interested in that, and there's the whole puzzle aspect. If you ever watched the David Fincher film Zodiac
With Robert Downey Jr.
with Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal, the actual person that Jake Gyllenhaal played in that movie, he's in the documentary a lot, talking about the case. But it really focuses on
Who's hotter?
new evidence based
Sorry.
around this family in California, the Seawater family. And
Sounds fishy
their-
to me already.
There you go. And their relationship with the guy who was the prime suspect in the case. I'm trying to remember his name and I can't because I'm old and I forget things. But
Right.
yeah.
We don't
But
need all the details.
it's really all about him and basically what's his name? Why can't it's driving me nuts that I can't think of his name. It's like something his last name is Allen. Arthur Lee Allen. That was his name.
Guilty.
I mean that's what the documentary wants you to think. That
Sounds
it
good,
was
name like
Arthur
that.
Lee Allen and that the Seawater family has all these connections to not just him but also to the murders that they didn't even realize they had until because they were children at the time. You have to watch the documentary to understand everything.
How many parts is it and how long?
3. It's 3 parts. They're 45 minutes an episode.
That's good. That's good length.
Yeah.
Comfortable length.
It's a comfortable length. It's worth your time. It gives information you didn't know already. And then when it's like, and we're gonna be able to prove it, but we're not ready yet.
Right.
Stay tuned. We'll let you know when we
Season
can
2.
prove it. Yeah. they kind of leave you dangling there, which is a little bit of a come on, really? You couldn't have waited the extra 2 weeks to finish this documentary, but
Season 2, I'm telling you, like that's how they do it. That's how you make money.
but if if they could prove without a shadow of a doubt that it was this guy, my reaction to that would be, yeah, I figured as much. It wouldn't be like, what?
Okay.
It would be more of a, yeah, that makes sense. So,
Nice.
yeah, that guy was super creepy. Like, super creepy. And he was a criminal. It's not like we're accusing someone who wasn't a complete shitbag of being the Zodiac killer. The guy was a shitbag,
Right.
regardless of whether or not he was the Zodiac killer. So you don't have to, he's also quite dead.
So I don't feel
whatever.
bad.
Don't feel bad. Yeah.
I forgot to write on here, but we tried to watch the first episode of It's Florida Man. You know that? Isn't that what it's called? It's Florida Man?
Yeah, that's on HBO Max.
Right. But it was so gross that I had to stop watching it. Even though it's a comedy, for the most part,
yeah?
they're just recreating like weird things that Florida men have done. You know about that?
I know that it's a show because it's every time I open up Max, it's
Right.
like the first thing, but I haven't watched any of it.
The first episode is a story about someone who puts an ad in like a classifieds to have someone come and eat their toes, cut their toes off and eat them. And they keep showing it like over and over again. And
I don't want to watch that. Who wants to watch that?
I feel like every show now feels like it needs, just because we can create violence like pretty cheaply, I guess, and easily now in entertainment. Like every fucking show that's not for kids feels like they have to put
overdue. That's why I stopped watching like The Boys. And
so many shows.
Yeah.
It's not, because that's the thing. Like, okay, The Boys, like that's the thing. It's supposed to be hyper violent, but it's like
but everyone
into
wants that. Everyone wants that. They think, oh, this show does it, so we could do it.
Yeah. And I was talking to
Look
this
how popular this is, so we need to be. That's why, and they think that's why it's popular.
I feel, well, they might be onto something, because you look at this movie Terrifier 3 and that series, like that's basically taken even like those hyper violent Netflix shows, and it takes it to another level even.
But that's what that is.
From what I hear,
that's a horror. Those are horror movies, though. That's a different. That's
I know, but do you know like what they look like? Have you ever seen like a clip from one of those Terrifier movies?
I've never seen a clip.
It's not what you're thinking. It's like another level. I haven't seen it either, but they talked about it on Howard today or yesterday, and it sounds like you see like a lot, like like a chainsaw going like up a guy's ass, and his balls are there, and like everything's.
Are they okay?
He's not okay. He's not okay. But I don't know. I didn't see it. They just talk about it, so it's hard to describe it. But it's like, they cut the guy's leg off, and then like he's just like crawling away, and somehow like people are surviving a long time getting cut up with a chainsaw, is what we're learning. Anyway, but I feel like, everything does not need to be super violent. And like a comedy like Florida Man, I feel like we turned it off, because like who wants to fucking, how are you relaxing before you go to bed watching some guy get his toe cut off a million times?
I do not watch anything like that before I go to bed.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I watch YouTube before I go to bed.
And you watch something else?
I did finish Only Murders in the Building this week. The season is over. It was okay.
Okay. Well, you can't spoil anything.
Yeah, you can't really talk about it too much. So
no, I'm not going to spoil anything. I was right. I think we taled about that.
We talked about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I was right. So that's always good.
Still right. Good.
And it sets up the next season pretty well.
It's amazing.
That would have been a twist if the next episode said, no, you were wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could have, crazier things have happened.
Right. That would have been pretty good.
That would have been very funny if they were like, you thought you were so smart. And they could have just said, pointing right at me.
Or there's a bonus episode
specifically
coming out now. Next week, there's another episode, bonus.
Yeah. And you know what? I did watch on Sunday. My wife wanted to watch Agatha all along because she hadn't seen it yet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And she was waiting for the last episode to come out, which is actually out right now. But she's like,
really? It seems like it should have been out for a while.
The last episode is tonight. So she wanted to watch everything up to that over the weekend all at once, so she could just like watch it and not have to like worry about it. So I watched it with her over the weekend.
It's a lot of Agatha.
It's a lot of. It's actually not. Most of the episodes are under 30 minutes long.
Are you a lesbian now?
I am a lesbian now.
Can you come
I
over
like
and
that
fix some stuff
show.
for me? Because
I
the
like that. I
garage
haven't.
broke.
Yeah, I'll come over. Yeah, I get it. That's a lesbian joke.
Mhm.
You know, it's funny. We use a handy woman who's called the lesbian handy woman. That's like her. That's what
Really?
her cards are. Yeah,
I want to
Mhm.
hire her.
yeah. She fixed my light behind me. But anyway,
Did she? It's kind of dark in there.
Yeah. I didn't say she was good. I just said that's who we used.
Right. See, the DEI doesn't work.
Exactly.
You're sitting in
But
a dark
anyway,
room there, but you feel
I'm
good about
excited
yourself.
to
That's
see how Agatha ends. We're doing the show instead, so I'll watch it tomorrow.
Hmm.
But that's okay. But having now basically watched every episode twice, I think that show is very good. I think it's
Okay.
very clever.
Good.
I think I've seen mixed reactions from people, but I'm giving it the full thumbs up on my end. I think it's pretty cool. I
Will
think
I like
does.
it with Mrs. Cheapy?
I think so. I mean, it doesn't have gross violence in it. I think
Okay.
there's some clever twists. You don't have to know who
She's
any
fucking
of the. You don't have to know who any of the characters
I'm
are.
sure I'll enjoy it enough. I'm skeptical that you will, Cheapy. But did
Where
you
does
like?
this rank in terms of the many Marvel series that there have been?
Of TV series?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like where? Put it somewhere. I can't even remember all of them possibly.
I
but
don't think it's as good as WandaVision, only because WandaVision was so
I'm out.
unique. At the time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
Say no more. Now, WandaVision was actually okay until it wasn't.
I think WandaVision is a subject of its time. I don't know if I'd ever want to rewatch it, but
I like WandaVision still.
yeah. I actually really liked the Hawkeye series. Personally, I
a
thought
good one.
Hawkeye was really good.
Not about
I think
that.
it might go, and then I would probably put Agatha right after that.
Okay, that's pretty high up. I feel.
Yeah, no, I think it's better than Ms. Marvel and She-Hulk and Captain America
Right.
and Echo. I think that's all of them.
What about Loki?
Oh yeah, Loki. That's right. I
Secret,
forgot.
secret, whatever. Secret,
Yeah.
whatever the secret was. Secret
Mhm.
Invasion
Secret Invasion is the worst.
and Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night was not a TV show. That was a one-off special, and that is the #1 best thing in the MCU. Period.
Whoa.
And that includes the movies. The
Wow.
45-minute
About
Werewolf
Moon
by
Knight.
Night special.
What about Moon Knight? I know you like that other show.
I
but
did like Moon Knight. I think maybe Moon Knight is because I don't know if WandaVision's even #1 now.
You better rank these and put them on
Right.
I know,
social
I
media
mean,
of your
like
choice.
Oh, I'm like, I
30
forgot there were so
different,
many, and I
yeah, I was gonna
watched
say like
all of
these. There's
them.
like it never stops. It's just another
and yet
Marvel
there
TV
and yet
series
there's
of,
so the
of
stretches of
cursory
nothing.
characters.
The stretches of nothing is like 6 months.
Then they get
There's
a new
like a
one.
long drought of nothing, and then there's something for like whatever it is, 4 weeks, and then there's the long droughts of nothing. But I think it feels like there's a lot more than there is, but
No,
I
there's
don't
a
know.
lot.
Yeah,
There's a
you should
lot.
rank them.
To watch all
paper.
of them. That's
Yeah.
it's a lot.
I watched all of Secret Invasion, and I will say Secret Invasion is the worst thing in the entire MCU.
Fair enough.
That's without a doubt. Nothing hurt my soul in Marvel more than Secret Invasion.
But you stuck with it to the end.
I stuck with it because there was part
Only
of me
watched
that's
it through twice.
because only
His
Agatha,
wife
I
wanted
think.
to catch up. No,
Yeah, I enjoyed Agatha, and I had no problem with saying I watched that twice.
fair.
Yeah. The only things I've ever rewatched TV show wise other than Agatha was I've watched Werewolf by Night a couple of times. Because I love it. And I watched the last I think it's like the last 2 episodes of Hawkeye are a nice little capsule. Like you don't have to watch the whole series again. You could just watch the last 2 episodes. And it's actually a fun little almost like Hawkeye movie.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I'm
just those last 2
thinking-
episodes.
I'm thinking I should cancel my Disney subscription. That's what I'm thinking. But
That's totally up to you.
I can't figure out how to do it though because it's like bundled in with like my cable.
I was gonna say if
thing.
you
It's
have
like,
if you have the Hulu and the
I do.
so you're probably not even really paying for it if
Who
you're watching
knows?
Hulu.
I feel like I'm paying for it for sure. But I know that I can just like see the menu on my fucking logging into my provider and just trying to find that. Like, it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be very
I should
difficult.
send you clips from Secret Invasion so you could be like, "What is this?
So
How
it's
is
so
this
bad.
made?" It is so bad.
You should start a separate podcast about Secret Invasion where you just
I've
like
watched
make fun of it.
I've watched so many of the
Oh, yeah.
like the YouTube like they're the YouTube channels that I like the new rock stars and the Screen Crushes and the
They're
stuff
making
that
fun of it already.
that made fun of Secret Invasion. Well, Secret Invasion was like 2 years ago, a year ago.
Right.
Yeah, they did so many episodes about how terrible it is, and they're like the people that Red Letter Media make fun of. They
Oh, the
love
nerd crew?
everything.
They're like
Yeah,
the nerd
they
crew?
love everything. So when they hate something, you know it's bad.
Right. Are they sponsored by Lootbox? Nerd
Yeah.
Crate?
Nerd
Whatever.
Crate, yeah, yep. No, now they're all sponsored by VPNs.
Ugh, so sketchy.
Yep.
All right. How about some new releases? I think we're there. Ship, we haven't watched anything this week? World Series? You watching the World Series?
I watched a little bit of the World Series. I watched some NFL games.
Let's see how the score is right now.
Did you see that Jet game? Did you see the end of that Jet game?
I saw the end of it. Yeah.
Is that the craziest thing? I think the stat was there have been 751 games where in the last 30 seconds of the fourth quarter, a team was up by had scored over 20 points, held the opposing team to under 150 yards, had not thrown any interceptions, and had no other turnovers. And in those 751 games, 750 of those teams won, except for the one. Guess which team is the one, Chiefy?
JETS? Jets.
Jets.
Is that the team that Aaron Rodgers is on now?
That is the team that
is he
Aaron
playing?
Rodgers.
Yeah.
He is playing.
He's losing, though.
He's losing. Yes.
He's old, right? Is he 40 something?
He is a pox on that team.
Yeah,
he's over 40.
He's over 40. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been watching This Is Pop, the Netflix documentary series from 2021.
I was gonna say, isn't that old?
It is, but
he likes pop.
There's some good. They do some good songs on that. I'm trying to remember, but yeah.
Well, it's not really songs so much as it's like very specific bands. It's kind of weird how they set it up. Like the whole first episode is basically just about Boys II Men, and then the second episode, which one was that? Auto Tune. So just about about T-Pain. And then there's one about Britpop, which is
that was a good one too. That was like Oasis versus Blur.
Right, and you're just sitting there going like, yeah, none of these songs were like the majority of the music playing the whole time is like, I don't remember these songs at all because they were playing like other Britpop bands, which like you knew about. Like it was all the things that like came on like samplers or like these bands that were on soundtracks type of thing. You're like, oh, I know like one song from them.
Right.
So yeah, and then there was a one on festivals, the last episode that we watched, which was pretty weak. It was, I heard way too much Limp Bizkit in the festival.
Should watch the RoboCop documentary.
I might. I don't know.
Amazon.
Like,
I know. I keep forgetting it's there.
It's good. It's really good. Even if you don't really care that much about RoboCop, it's interesting.
Yeah.
The movie making, the filmmaking, it's interesting. Is that a Pac-Man cup you got there?
It is. Yeah.
I like that. That's nice. Oh, very retro.
Oh.
All right. I think it's new releases time.
Perfect.
Call of Duty came out.
Yep. I've been playing the single player.
Me too.
It's not bad.
More. It's not bad. They do have tried to mix it up, change it up a little bit, but they're changing it up is just incorporating like elements from other games, right? So now you drive a car around a map and do the things like you would do
jumping on the guy's heads instead of shooting them.
No, I don't think they have that.
You kick a turtle shell into a guy at one point.
But you know, like the open-ish map, you know, not much of. I mean, the one I went in is, I think it's Iraq, and it's just like a desert, and then there's Scud things. You got to kill the Scud vehicles, but they're all over, and you drive around.
It's the early '90s.
Yeah, so we got to get.
At
those
one point,
Scuds.
you sing the national anthem with Whitney Houston.
I haven't gotten to that, but I did
That
see Bill Clinton. Oh no.
No, there's no way.
Oh. But Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton is in the game. Yes,
He's in the game.
He was president. You know.
No, but I
Well,
mean,
not
he's like
quite
you go to
yet,
a Bill
but-
Clinton event. Like
Yes, you do go to the.
it
I
says
like.
Bill
I actually
Clinton.
like that level.
Yeah, it was cool.
That was a cool mission. Yeah.
Because they
Plays
make
Monica
it like
Lewinsky.
Mhm.
she's not in it.
No, this
Oh.
is too
Not
early.
yet.
She would have
Not
been. In,
playable
she would have been
character?
in high school.
DLC maybe
Mhm.
Okay.
for the
She would have
multiplayer.
been in high school in 1991.
Yeah, he was running for president. He was still governor.
Oh, okay.
It was a fundraiser for Clinton, and you have
Yeah.
to infiltrate. Yeah, you
It's cool.
infiltrate it.
They make it because it's more like Hitman, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they're changing it up to make it more interesting, and I guess they have to at this point. It's because how are you gonna get excited for this?
Yep. Yeah, you get to decorate your little house.
Yeah, I groaned when they introduced that mechanic. I was like,
Mhm.
now the safe house. You got a safe house, and now
Okay.
like, oh, I got to upgrade my safe house. So we have the
You know, these things
shooting
aren't going to be
range.
free in the safe house. You want a new weapon in the safe house? You got to give us money, even though it's your house and I'm your teammate. Give
You have
me
to
money.
find money from on the missions that it's just lying around. I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah, no, that's
Is that
That's
standard
how
op?
That's
Yeah.
standard operating procedure. Yeah. You find money. And then when you go to your superior officer, you're like, hey, for this mission, I think I'm going to need like a sniper rifle. And
Yeah.
He goes, oh, yeah, no problem. Give me $100.
Right,
and,
and then
by the way, like, can I change out these curtains? You got any
no,
curtains I
you
can-
can't actually. I don't
No?
think. But you
No?
can put a shooting range in the house if you have some extra money.
Yeah. It's
Do you have
like,
the
oh,
shooting
I-
range?
But you had to stick
It-
with the same curtains the whole time?
the same
I think
curtains.
so.
Mhm.
They didn't quite take it. Maybe next year they'll implement
Next
take it to the
year,
next
next
level.
year they're gonna go full Animal Crossing, and you're gonna be able
Right.
to go around the town and like, oh, the person next door could sure use a cup of sugar. Why don't you bring them this cup of sugar? And then they give you like a radish. Then you bring the radish back to the quartermaster, and that's how you get your silence pistol for the
Right.
stealth mission.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess I
I
actually
thought about playing this, but then like I saw the download size.
it's only
and
if
I'm
you
like-
download all the other games too. So it's only like
I'm still like I would have to
Even
move
with-
stuff around. like
Even
at this point.
without it, it's still like 100 gigs.
just the campaign. If you Ship's not going to play the multiplayer, so just the campaign.
No, just the campaign. I think it's
I feel-
pretty big.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all still.
I'll let
pretty
you know if
big.
it's worth it. You get to take photos. So
Yep.
get a camera and take photos. I took a
Okay.
lot of extra photos that were not necessary because I could.
Why not?
That's it. What else we got in new releases?
What else is gonna go up against?
The Smurfs. What about the
Sonic
Smurfs?
and Shadow. Sonic and Shadow Generations going
That's-
up against it.
That's your thing, and it's supposed to be pretty good. I think.
Yeah, I'll play that. I have not
I'm
yet. I haven't
surprised you
gotten
didn't
it,
ask
but
for a review thingamabob.
me.
Yeah, you like Sonic.
I do like that, but I think it's been, it's been a while since I asked for a review code of anything.
For anything. But
Yeah.
I thought Sonic was your boy.
Well, Sonic is my boy, but I am also perfectly happy with,
You're also a
like,
man.
with going and going to the Walmart and picking up my Sonic.
Right. But they need the support of you telling people how good it is. I saw Jim Sterling.
Sure.
Or whatever they call themselves.
Oh, okay.
Did I do that right, Wombat?
Yeah. Stephanie.
Thank you. They liked it a lot. I just saw a cursory little tweet or whatever you call that now. I don't know what anything is called anymore. But it's a rare positive from them. So I was like, oh, okay. They made a good one, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean the Sonic Generations, the first one was pretty good.
Okay. I don't really follow anything.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big Shadow guy necessarily,
Right.
Why not?
but
Racist?
There's enough darkness in the world.
mainly the racism is it. But I don't know. He's not
That's how I got out of jury duty.
okay. Good. Yeah.
You said you didn't like.
It's just like it just doesn't fit with the other. It just doesn't fit with Sonic. Is the like
that's the point.
whenever they gave him guns, like
Yeah, he has guns.
well, in that one game he did.
Okay, I don't. I'm not up on
Yeah,
my Sonic.
You don't remember? You don't remember this game they gave Shadow guns?
No.
Oh,
Fortnite. Not Fortnite.
Well, I'm sure. Is Sonic in Fortnite yet?
Sonic is not in Fortnite. I don't think there's any Sega characters in Fortnite. I think that's a missed opportunity.
It's untapped ore right there.
Mm-hmm.
Get the Yakuza guys in there.
I mean, there's maybe the Altered Beast werewolf.
Get the Crazy Taxi.
Mm-hmm. Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Tim Waltz played Crazy Taxi
I
on
watched,
Twitch.
yeah.
You did?
I watched the clips.
Was he good at it?
Yeah, he was.
He was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good.
He was like, "This is my jam from back in the day." And AOC was like, "I don't know what this game is."
It's weird. It is weird if you're watching that, like what is happening in this voice.
Yep.
So you didn't get Smurfs either, Ship? Because I feel like you like Smurfs also.
I do like Smurfs. The thing about Smurfs is I'm always surprised that they can just like, that's still profitable for someone to put out. The last Smurf games, the last two have been pretty good.
76, so pretty good.
Yeah, they have been pretty solid platformers.
That's what it says.
Yeah, like they definitely scratched that itch. If you want to go around and collect stuff and explore, the Smurfs games are actually not bad.
Does it have the song?
Been a little while since I played the last two.
That would make a good team-based shooter. Like
are the Smurfs in Fortnite yet?
Smurfs. Yeah, like, oh, you could be, if you're a healer, that's your brainy Smurf, or like that would be the gadget
trumpet,
guy.
The guy with the trumpet. Who's the guy with the
guy
trumpet?
With the trumpet guy, yep. You also got Brawny Smurf, and you got
he's the tank.
Papa Smurf.
But everybody looks the same though.
No,
we can save a lot of money. We can save a lot of money on development.
Oh, yeah,
they don't all look
their
the same.
Feet from the neck down.
Yeah, one has glasses.
Exactly.
One has a tattoo.
These are minor details. These are things that we're supposed to be charging money for.
Blonde hair. Papa Smurf is red.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Way different. Sorry, I was way off.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Do you remember? I don't know if you're this old, but when I'm this old, that they used to sell these little Smurf action figures that were like rubber.
Yes,
there's some right over there.
Yeah. They were so popular. You should go get them. What do you got?
I'll see what I got.
All right, go get it. Go get a couple.
I think that's what most people remember Smurfs for.
They were sold in like the card stores, in the Hallmark card stores.
Mm-hmm. They were sold in
like the display case for some reason. And then they were like collectibles. They were like, what do like grandmas collect? Clowns.
Yeah, Smurfs were a big deal.
Oh, here, Ship's
getting those Smurf toys.
All right, let's see if we can guess these from when he holds them up.
Do you know their names?
Yeah. Okay.
He's
holding up a cake. It's a Smurf holding up a cake. I remember that one.
That's probably Greedy Smurf.
Or Jokey. Is it Jokey? Because he had no, it's not Jokey.
Jokey was the pies, right?
Right.
He was the presents.
Presents.
You would open a present and it would explode because everyone
like hungry Smurf or something.
Gluttonous Smurf.
Gluttonous Smurf. I think that's his name.
Who is the Smurf with the cake? Lazy? No.
Greedy.
You know what? This is a good question for ChatGPT.
Is that your only good Smurf?
Who is?
Oh no, I got some. Here's
Smurf with the cake.
Here's guy with the bugle.
Yep, bugle and carrying cards.
Carrying some Valentines.
I mean, there's only one girl in town.
Mailman. Yeah. So, well, don't worry. I got you covered there.
That's Greedy Smurf. I think.
Hey, there's Smurfette.
There's Smurfette. And
here's one for Smurf. Put back cake Smurf.
Here's this guy. He likes to paint.
That's Painter, isn't it?
Painter Smurf. What about? No. Oh no, I've lost a part of this guy, but I think Cheapy, this is probably one of your favorite guys.
Whoa! That's weird. I don't. What is he doing?
He's playing ice hockey.
Oh, that's not a real. That's not a real Smurf. That's like some bullshit. I feel.
You might be thinking of baseball Smurf then too.
No, those are sellout Smurfs. Who is the Smurf that paints? Isn't his name Painter?
What about this guy?
Painter, that is a shirt tail.
That is Bogey.
I know who it is.
Smurf that plays hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And he lives in a tree.
Slapshot Smurf.
Yeah.
He was introduced in a Smurfs of Winter Wonderland.
Who has shirt tails?
I have shirt tails.
Why?
I see that. Do you have all of them?
I believe so.
Digger.
Yep, Digger, and then Pammy.
Nice.
Hot.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
The only girl shirt tail.
I think there was only one girl shirt tail, wasn't there?
Just like
Yeah.
Smurfs. You
Yeah.
really wanted to copy Smurfs.
If you want like a more less homogenous mix of genders, that's the word I want to use. I think you have to lean Care Bears. I think there's a pretty good balance between male and female Care Bears.
How can you tell?
Right, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like they're more androgynous.
Well, maybe that's what it is.
We can't tell.
Maybe I'm just labeling where there are no labels.
Right. Maybe you don't see gender.
I kind of do.
No. Maybe
Mhm.
gender is I don't know. Let's what else we got in new releases? Wow, you know
what
what?
else do I have that there's toys laying around?
You have a lot of toys. We could do a whole show if you just pulling up toys.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, there's a Care Bears game that came out.
Do that.
Isn't that wild? For Switch. Everything came out for Switch this week, actually. Like a
I don't
million
think there's any
fucking
Care
things.
Bears in this room. I'm not positive on that. but there
Right.
Yeah.
That seems like an oversight.
I was a Cousins guy.
Cousins.
You would be.
The Care Bear
They're
Cousins.
cousins, yeah. The lion and the other ones.
Oh,
Yep.
that's it. No.
Lame. They're not bears.
That was the
Cousins. They're cousins, Wombat.
right.
Aren't you paying
Cousins.
Because everyone knows that a bear's cousin is a lion.
attention? No wonder why we're all so stupid today. There's
Mhm.
also this new Jackbox game that came out. Do you know about that?
I was just looking at that on there, the Jackbox survey. I've never heard of it
It's
until.
Family Feud, basically. So you can play like up to 10 people locally, and it's asking you questions, and you're supposed to come up with the most popular answer. But these have all come from people's input from playing the game. And it seems like that would be pretty fun, actually, especially for $10.
I
feel like
know.
that's a
I
good
actually was
idea.
thinking, well, my daughter's going to probably have all her friends playing Jackbox in the house tomorrow anyway. So,
And you can
That's
only
usually
play
what
up to
happens.
10, though. So
Yeah.
some people are going to have to just sit and stand in the corner.
if there are more than 10 people in my house tomorrow, I'm going to lose my.
Your
like- and this
Jackbox,
is
you're
what
going
I-
to lose your Jackbox.
It's always the same thing. I'm like, can you keep it to like maybe 3 people? And then
Right.
7 people show up at my
Oh
house.
my God. What happens if you have to take a shit?
I have to go outside and dig a hole.
I couldn't handle that.
It's the worst.
Oh,
Okay.
they're almost
It's
in
okay.
college.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, Ty's applying for colleges like now, like right now. Like
Does he have a top
tomorrow.
choice, or are we not? Or are we not jinxing it?
I don't know. I don't. It's mostly like state, SUNY schools, and I don't know. He doesn't really have like a top choice. I would say. I think he's pretty happy, like just being in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's not like too caught up in that.
Yeah.
He didn't study
So-
hard enough to get caught up in that.
Sabrina changes her mind like every other day, so I just
She
I'm
has a
like,
whole nother year.
that's why I'm like, this is your year. You enjoy, flip flopping and not thinking too much about it, and we'll
Right.
worry about it next year.
Right.
Mhm.
College is a lot.
Yes.
These private schools,
Yeah.
it's out of control.
SUNY all the way.
Yeah, I
SUNY-
mean,
SUNY all the
what are
way.
we doing here? Like, we're
Yeah.
paying $90,000 a year to
No.
send our kids to college.
No.
That's I mean, like, look, if a kid gets into Harvard or something, it's probably worth it. But like, if you're not getting into a school like that, I feel like you could probably save a lot of that money and have
Yeah.
similar end results.
People like Geneseo. Go to Geneseo.
Do they?
Sure.
They do like it?
I
I mean, he's
actually have
applying
a-
to most of them. I mean,
I have a good friend that went to Geneseo, and he's a judge. So there you go.
yeah,
This is a success story for you.
yeah. Judge Judy.
Yeah, Judge Judy. No, the person that introduced me to my wife.
Judge Wapner.
Yeah.
Malls.
Judge. Mm-hmm.
Actually, look at this. We have a game on the new releases list. There's some crossover between the new releases list and the comeback of the Whip Smart Banky Spank Banky. I think this is the first time that a game has crossed over. What does this mean for gaming?
Mm-hmm.
The game is Moe Waifu H Block Blast. No, not cock blast, Wombat. Block blast. Wombat, do you like arachnoid? I mean arcanoid?
You mean Arkanoid?
I mean arcanoid. Do you like
I
saying
do-
arachnoid?
I do like Arkanoid, and I guess I would like Arachnoid too.
Right. Do you like breakout?
Sure.
Do you like sexy waifus?
Not really.
Do you know what a waifu is?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's like isn't it like a sexy anime girl?
I guess. Is that right, Chip? I'm not sure that I know.
Yeah, I think that's right. But I think you like, I don't know.
What
You're like
is a waifu?
romantically like involved with this character
I'm
more
asking
than just
ChatGPT.
sexually. I don't know.
It's a fictional character, usually female, who a fan has a deep affection for.
Right. Like you've
Yes.
chosen that this is your one. This is what you're hitching your hopes and dreams to.
It's some creepy shit.
A strong, sometimes romantic attachment to their waifu, treating her as an. Anyway, this game.
Anyway.
So, do you like arachnoid? Banky says it's exactly breakout with a few interesting power-ups with Mario fireball type thing that blows through bricks. However, the waifu portion is disappointing, Wombat. There's a handful of girls, there's no story or dialogue, and none of the art is particularly titillating or over the top. It doesn't really push any envelopes or go beyond some basic lingerie, and you really have to work to see that. So he says, you really got to say pass on this one, Wombat. I guess you're passing. It is only $4.99, I see, according to Tech Dash. What's the fucking
Gaming.
Tech Dash Gaming. So there's that. What else? Is that it for new releases? Thanks, Banky. Thanks,
We
Banky.
spent a long time in new releases.
Well, we're vamping here. We don't have a lot to
is
talk
that what
about.
it is?
And I forgot to look at a timer to see when we started recording.
Oh, it's been at least 45 minutes.
Holy shit. We got to wrap this bitch up.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying we got to wrap it up. I'm just saying you wanted to know.
I like to know things.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we move on to your fortnightly news?
Sure. A new season on Saturday.
I added something for you on your behalf about Fortnite. Did you see it?
The remix. The new season starts on Saturday.
Is okay.
That's what that's about.
Okay. And what does that mean?
It means there's going to be a live event Friday evening, 6:30 my time, 6:30 Eastern. I don't know if the game's going to shut down right after that or what. They haven't quite said yet. But that means when I wake up on Saturday morning, there's going to be a whole new map and a whole new battle pass. And it's going to be a remix of Chapter 2, Season 1, which for those playing at home, that's when I first started
run
playing.
out of ideas.
That's when I first started playing the game.
Do you think the event is going to involve a famous DJ because it's called the remix, like maybe like Diplo or somebody?
There's a good chance it will involve Marshmello.
He is a famous DJ.
And the new Marshmello skin came out today.
Interesting.
And there's
he
also
had
a
a
good
skin
chance
already, right?
he has like 3 skins already.
He's like an OG Fortnite.
He's like
guy.
an OG Fortnite guy, yeah.
He was shooting people in Fortnite before.
Before it was cool.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance that Snoop Dogg will be involved in that as well.
That makes sense.
Yes.
He's
Snoop
involved
Dogg
in
is-
everything.
Snoop Dogg is coming to the game also on Saturday too, I believe. So
We've
Is
got
he
about
gonna-
40 levels to go for the battle pass.
to hit 200 or
To get
100?
it at 100.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know. I did have it, honestly, not played much in the last 2 weeks. I just finished out my Fortnightmare quests and kind of was doing that. They split those up to where they were 3 days apart to get the shit. So I was kind of annoyed by that because I kind of wanted to just get it done. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready for the next season. And I think I finished at like level 250 or something like that. So
A lot of levels.
it's a lot of levels. It's more than I needed. But
Nice.
it's only because I wanted the scarecrow glider, pumpkin scarecrow
have
glider. Gotta have a pumpkin scarecrow glider.
I have that. I got something. I got a scarecrow glider.
Did you get there? That's the Fortnightmare challenges.
Sure. It
I'm
popped
sure
up
you've
and
been-
said, you got this.
Yeah, I'm sure you finished them. Yeah,
Right.
they weren't difficult.
You
It
ducked
wasn't
5
difficult to
times, probably.
unlock.
Right. Yeah.
You ducked 5 times
You
and
ducked 5
walked
times.
4 miles.
Right.
Yeah, that one you just needed to like get X amount of XP to get each thing. And once you did that, so I'm sure you did it without even thinking about it.
There was no thinking involved. I can promise you that.
I am not surprised.
Should we hit up some of these news items?
Sure.
We alluded to this earlier in the episode, but Sony closed down the studio that made Concord, which was their first-party team-based shooter that nobody played. That they, for some reason, didn't make it a free-to-play game. And then, why didn't they? You think like they just did the math on that and like said we're not even going to bother trying to make this a free-to-play? I mean, forget about not just launching it as a free-to-play game because that probably would have been the move. But obviously, it's hindsight is 2020. Doesn't make sense to even like salvage, like they put so much money and time into this game. It was better just to fire everybody and just pretend like it never happened and write the whole fucking thing off, I guess.
I mean, I'm no legal expert or an economist, so I would need someone to like spell it out for me. But I'm assuming there's a much better tax reason to do this.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And I'm assuming that the tax savings, it's like, isn't it like that weird loophole where tax savings count as revenue? So you can make this not look
right.
Yeah, it's like the
Some
however,
bullshit.
yeah, like all the salaries of the laid off employees also show as revenue earned, not. It's like a whole, yeah, it's like that weird shitty accounting that they do to make things look like profit when it's really a loss.
A huge fucking failure. Like
Yeah.
you made a game for 5 years and no one bought it, and then you fired everybody who made it.
And then you're going to take that loss and then you're going to apply it to your taxes so you don't have to pay that and whatever. I don't know how it works, but I'm sure it was the better option.
Not for the gamers, Wombat.
Mm.
Not for the gamers. What else we got here? Microsoft's gaming revenue is going up, but their hardware sales are going down. Which tells you what?
That they bought Activision.
Nope. They raised the price of Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! How about that math? That's a good way to get the to get the
They
revenue
raised the
up.
price of Game Pass and they bought Activision, so now they make money from software.
Right.
And
From it selling on PlayStation.
yeah, and hardware sales may be down, but it's down it's such a relative term. Do enough people have the hardware? I guess is really the question.
Well, it just goes to show you that it's probably a good play because people look.
It's their only play.
Right. I mean, people didn't buy
Right.
Xbox. Like they just did not buy this Xbox. And so they got people to buy their games on PlayStation by buying other companies, which seems to, it seemed to work. Yes. Revenue is up.
Yep.
Thanks, PlayStation.
They didn't have to shut any games down yet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
they
think.
did.
And there'll be more.
Oh, that Hi-Fi Rush and
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
shut that studio.
they shut those guys down.
Bingo.
They laid off like a ton of people at Activision
And Microsoft.
and Microsoft, all the quote unquote redundancies.
And the CEO got a huge raise, huge
Yeah.
bonus, like 30 million or something disgusting.
Revenues are up.
Revenues are up. We raised the
But
price of Game Pass.
part of those revenues includes those salaries that they're not paying.
Right.
Sure.
Fuckers.
That's how math works.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of math, I know you didn't hear about this, but Ubisoft made an NFT game and released it. And you didn't even
No.
hear about it.
Mm-mm.
I forgot what it's called already.
It's called what?
It's called Why? Whoops. We're like 3 years late on this, I think. Champions
Champions?
Tactics.
Tactics Grimoria Chronicles.
Right. And according to The Verge, it seems like a decent strategy game, but it's got all this NFT bullshit, including like characters that cost like $60,000 or something.
Oh, so that's it?
Yeah. 63. That's the most expensive.
Okay.
And like there's basically like
What does that get me though?
it's very
is it
much
good.
I mean, he's
maybe
good
it's worth
probably.
more than that.
He's probably
He's
good.
good. He's good. Okay.
but you're also incented to have more characters. The more characters you have, the better. Like the more powerful you are. So, and you have to buy the characters, which are NFTs, or I think you can just pay cash straight. But
okay.
Instead
as long as they just
crypto.
take cash.
I think they take credit. Yeah, I think they'll take your credit card or your bullshit currency, whatever you want.
Good. I like games with multiple ecosystems
yes.
and currencies in them. So
yes,
just bringing it in the real world, multiple currencies. That's even better.
You'll recognize the dollar as one of them, but the other ones might seem very foreign to you because they will sound like fucking video game currency. Anyway, so that's the thing that happened. They made a fucking NFT game. A little late. It is funny, like you really see how those long development cycles of games hurt the business aspect. Like we saw it just with Concord, right? Because team shooters were so hot, but okay, how can you know if they're going to be hot 5 years later after when your game is ready? NFTs were hot for like not even a year, right? Like, did it make it a full 12 months? I don't think so, but that was enough time to like get a game together to start a game, and that didn't even come close to hitting the window of popularity. And yeah, that's fun. What else we got here? Call of Duty. We were talking about this earlier. Call of Duty Black Ops. The game is so big that it's like was a major user of bandwidth over people moving 200 gigabytes of files to their Xbox and PlayStations. They said that and Thursday night football streams the Call of Duty responsible for 19% of the overall traffic for last week. Of over 20% of internet traffic, basically, was Call of Duty downloads. What we're playing, we talked about Call of Duty. I also started playing Mech Warrior Clans, which is on Game Pass, because I like robots and shooting each other. Like, this ain't it though.
That does not surprise me.
It's like almost like it could be like maybe with some more money and time, but it's not quite there just in terms of quality. Like the action doesn't feel like.
How's Inscription going?
Inscription, been playing a bunch of that. Ty even sat with me and helped me, tell me what to do, and he figured out how to unlock the cabinets. I don't know how the fuck he figured that out. Like he just was like. He looked at that and he went for like 3 seconds, and then he went, oh, and then just started rattling off like what to do. And then it worked. Like I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. How can you solve that? Like literally
solving the puzzles in the cabin is like the best part of the game.
So we got that, but like I keep dying. I made like a really good death card named Shlomo. Where he was like one heart, like one sacrifice, but like so powerful. But then I beat the boss so fast that it killed me. Yeah. Like it was like, oh, you powered up too quickly, so now I'm just gonna fucking kill you and you're gonna lose everything.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I could beat that first portion, like I did, that whole section of the game, I beat the whole thing.
Right.
You need to solve those puzzles.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna be powerful enough.
You'll get better cards like that you can kind of march to victory with. You got to get the stuff in the cuckoo clock and all that stuff.
Do you have a problem? Because I don't think
I do.
Well, I know you do, but do you have a specific problem with this game? Because I don't remember having it on PC, but I seem to have it on console where I am ending my turn by accident. Like there's no recourse to undo. Like
I don't know. Maybe
you ring a bell in this game, Ship. Like it's a card battle game, and there's a bell on the table, and you ring the bell to end your turn. And they made the right trigger, the bell thing. And like, I played video games for 40 years. If there's a right trigger, like I'm pulling that trigger at some point just in case I have to shoot something. Like you can't make that the right trigger, I feel. Like any button but the right trigger.
I don't know what to tell you.
And I've died because of that.
Well, here's the other cards you need to pick. Whenever you have the option to pick the cat, always take the cat.
The cat is good? Okay.
The cat is good because the cat will give you hearts.
Yeah.
But unlike the the squirrels.
Yeah.
That once they're dead, they don't come back.
Yeah.
the cat stays on the board, and you can kill it over and over and over and over and over again.
It's so good.
Probably 9 times.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Is it
the
9
premise
times?
there. No, it actually doesn't. It actually just keeps
Right.
dying. But so that's a good one.
Shit, you should check that game out. Why not?
I've been playing a lot of Balatro or
Okay.
that game. So
Elatra's good too.
it is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working my way through all the different decks and collecting all the cards.
Nice.
So
You playing
play
that on
that.
your iPad or
my iPhone.
yeah, iPhone. My
Yes.
iPhone.
Did
Yes.
you does anybody have the phone that has the AI in it?
I don't even know what that means.
The Apple Intelligence.
Yeah.
I do not.
I don't believe so.
Me neither.
Mine's a dumb smartphone.
Me too.
Mhm.
But I did take the hearing test that they just came out with.
I didn't know they came out with a hearing test.
If you have AirPod Pro, and the latest operating system, you can take a real medical hearing test.
Hmm.
And I said little to no hearing loss, which I was really surprised because I feel like
I'm sorry, what was that?
I feel like I can't hear shit most of the time, and I definitely have tinnitus.
Yeah.
But it said little to no hearing loss, so I guess I'll just trust it. I don't know. It seems like it must know. What are we at here, folks? Are we at the CAG bag? I think we are.
We are.
Greg writes in and he asks if Sony sent us a PlayStation 5 Pro for our early impressions and or review. If not, why not? They lost our address.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, you didn't get one, dude? Fucking
Uh,
shit's awesome, man. I've been playing Spider-Man 2 and the ray tracing, like I got blinded by it actually.
Your tracing was so raid.
It's so raid that like I have actual eye damage now.
Man, I need my traces raid.
Yeah. No, nobody has that. They not look. That's $600. Not just sending that. It's $600 or $700. It's $700, right?
I don't know.
$700. Wait, it's $700. It's $700.
I'm not getting one. I have no idea.
No, they don't. We're not. They're sending that to like what's the big gaming podcast?
Yeah, the big gaming podcast.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
The
what the
other
big
one. The other one.
What are the big gaming What's like this?
There's
Ben
big
Shapiro?
game cat. There's big game cast.
This is what it's become. This is
It
it.
is. We're the only one. We're the only ones
They were
left.
the only ones
What's
remaining.
left?
We're the only ones remaining.
There's big game cast.
Right.
There's
Uh-huh.
game big cast.
Right. Big boy game cast.
There's cast big game.
There's Bob's big boy game cast.
And there's cast game big.
right.
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess there must be a lot of big game casts. But no, we don't. We're not. I don't even have a PlayStation regular.
Why they should have sent you the Pro.
You should have sent me like whatever the cheap one is now. The Slim. I don't even know.
That would be appropriate.
I think
for
the
you.
non-slim is the cheap one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Somehow they
Come on.
managed to not get me to buy one this time. And making it really ugly. I think that was the way they did it. And pricey. I wasn't expecting the Pro to be $700. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's the worst thing about how successful they were. It's the design of the thing is so bad that
Mhm.
now
Right.
they're like, nobody cares. They're
Right,
gonna buy
what
it no matter what it
lesson?
looks like.
We're not
Yeah.
teaching good lessons to Sony this generation. Like, I feel, who do we blame for that? Is it Microsoft's fault for not putting out something really competitive?
But they did. There's
Yeah.
not a big difference between the hardwares. Like if you're gonna play something, and there's not a big difference in the games that are on them.
It was just enough this time. Like, the Halo was just mediocre enough, and they
Compared
didn't
to what?
compare it
on
to
Sony.
like other Halos. Like, it was just too much.
No, but what was the Sony exclusives? That
What's
were,
the Sony exclusive that's like, well, I don't need an Xbox. I want to play blank.
God of War, The Last of Us, things.
There's things. There's things.
There's
but
things.
Things, but it's not like it's not ubiquitous.
right, like the differential between them as far as like exclusive games is not there. It's just everybody chose PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm sure Microsoft's trying to figure it out. They're like,
So
what
much
did we do?
uglier. So
Or
much
they didn't
uglier.
release enough at all. That's what they did. And
Yeah.
now they're just gonna
Early.
release everything.
early on, they did not because that
Halo.
was in the we didn't-
Halo.
Right.
Dude, if Halo was as hyped up as old Halos, where like Xbox equals
it's
Halo.
It's not even that. That wasn't the problem. The problem is that they needed to have a Halo in year one, and then they
Halos.
and they needed to have another Halo.
Hell yeah.
At least 2 years. Within 2 years, they needed another Halo, and then another Halo after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There should have been at least 3 Halos this
Call of
generation.
Duty. Just do what Call of Duty does. They have like you open up Call of Duty and it's got all the Call of Duties from 6 months ago and just endless Call of Duties right in the main with your new current Call of Duty and your Battle Royale Call of Duty.
But now they don't have to do Halos anymore because they have their Call of Duties.
Well, they have to do Halos for sure.
Do they? Do they have to do Halos?
Look what happened.
They don't do Halos now. They did one
Unreal. They're
half-ass
switching
Halo.
to Unreal. Wombat, they switched to Unreal. They basically, by switching to Unreal, they're saying, look, we didn't make enough Halos. We couldn't do it because our fucking development tools were probably not up to snuff. We couldn't even make one good Halo. Forget about making like several good Halos.
One Halo a year. Yeah.
Right, which was, you're right. They should be. I mean, obviously not the same fucking Halo game.
At minimum 3 Halos this generation. We should be 3 Halos deep.
One of them should have been a battle royale, and one of them should have been
No, that should have been
like
a part of a Halo.
Just like what Call of Duty does. When you open up Call of Duty, you've got
there should be have been at least 3 Halo campaigns.
You're right. All kinds of shit. You can. It's a wide universe of Halo to choose from. And one of them could have been good. out of the 3 or 4 that they should have made, one of them could have been good and maybe sold a few Xboxes.
And I'm not talking another RTS. I'm talking real Halo.
No, I get it. Like a Halo Reach, even like that was sort of like an experiment, right? Like let's put out like half a Halo. It was fine.
Halos.
You know, and it's like, all right, it was good. Like whatever.
Good.
Yeah, great. Everybody played it probably. Like.
Yeah, you had Reach, you had ODST. They were like, they were doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can do that now. You have like one Halo where you focus on the co-op multiplayer, and then you sell those people like their little tchotchkes that they need to get in their battle passes. And then you got the Halos with the campaigns that are good and not just like the last one, which was not. Anyway, okay. Too much negative talk on Halo. Let's go to the CAG bag. Second question here. This is from T. Evans. Oh, yeah, we can talk about this. I was looking at upcoming releases. Is Indiana Jones the only AAA title this season anyone is interested in? Wait, no, what? Is Indiana Jones the only AAA title this season? That is the only AAA title this season, right? Because
Dragon Age comes out on Friday.
Okay. Assassin's Creed got pushed to next year.
Yes. So you have Dragon Age. Well, Call of Duty just came out.
Yep.
Dragon Age. And then Indiana Jones. You have a new Fortnite season, which that 100% counts. You know, it will be the most played thing.
Okay, but this
Saturday.
is not what he's looking for.
You're asking what's coming out that people are going to play? I'm telling you, you're going to have 5 million people playing Fortnite on Saturday.
Fair enough.
That's why there are no AAA games coming out.
Yes.
That's where I'm going with this.
Did you?
Why release anything?
Did you read the previews of Indiana Jones? Because the preview, I guess the embargo is up on those.
Yeah, it seems like it could be fun. It's gonna be. I already paid for it, so I'll play it. It doesn't matter what the game.
It looks good.
Right.
It's got Indiana Jones.
It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like it's a lot of stealth, but with fisticuffs.
As long as I can punch when I fail at stealth, that's fine.
Yeah.
Can I point to where? Is there a point to where it hurts button?
No, but you can whip.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. When is that coming out? By the way,
is there an achievement called "It's not the years, it's the mileage"?
Do you think they have all this stuff in there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have.
Who's doing the voice of Indy?
I am.
No, let's hear it.
Indiana Jones.
Oh.
Hey, I'm Indiana Jones. Hey, Cunningham.
You could just say you didn't know.
Hey, Cunningham, where's my whip?
When's this coming out? Do you know that? Do you have any information for me?
I have no idea.
Indiana Jones game.
I thought it was December, but I could be wrong.
December.
Troy Baker's doing the voice.
They can't find some guy who can do Indiana Jones like
Troy Baker.
He does Indiana Jones. Like he does a good impression. Have we heard it?
I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does. That's literally his job.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, may not be that easy. I don't know. Just
His
ask the
job.
questions. I
It's
know it's his
fine.
job, but like he can. What's Harrison Ford doing?
He's being Red Hulk.
Shrinking and being Hulk,
Oh, I'm being old.
being old. He's 80. Cut him some slack.
He's allowed to be old at 80.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't December late for a game like this to come out in the holiday
Probably.
season? I feel like usually
Yeah.
these games come out in November
Mm.
or October. But we don't,
Mm.
since we're not like really selling games anymore, we don't care. We just put the game out whenever and
Yeah.
And you
doesn't matter
download it.
anymore.
you just
Yeah.
subscribe and download it.
Right.
All right.
You're not getting Game Pass you're not getting Indiana Jones Game Pass in your stocking.
I'm right. I'm just checking to see.
You got to
like,
get that lost in his own museum achievement.
all right, you're gonna like this game, Wombat. You should live stream yourself playing and just like point out all the annoying things.
Okay.
Who knows more annoying things about Indiana Jones? We could have a contest.
I don't know. Yeah.
We could have a trivia contest.
Okay.
Shanafan, get started.
Mm-hmm. I've probably
No doubt.
forgotten more about
Yeah.
Indiana Jones than I remember.
Yeah, same. I haven't watched it in a while. Last question from, speaking of Shanafan. Shanafan, wow. Has Shipwreck tried the new G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra game? I have, and it's fine. Good graphics, but the bosses take too long to kill. You know about this game?
I do know about this game. It's only out on PC so far, though. I think I'm gonna wait until it consoles.
Fair.
Oh, I didn't know it was out on a PC only game.
It's coming to consoles. I don't know. It looks like they got the G.I. Joe license and they did the best they could.
It's not a great.
Yeah, I
endorsement.
don't. I mean, we saw when this trailer came out, right? It looked budget.
Oh, we saw this one already? Okay.
Yeah, this is the side-scrolling beat 'em up,
Mm.
and it just looks kind of like, I don't know, like how Flash games used to look a little bit. So I'll play it. I'm not gonna not play the G.I. Joe game,
Right.
but I'm not like thrilled by the, like I can't expect much more like out of the G.I. Joe license with video games, right? So
Right.
I'll take what they give me.
And hope it's not offensive.
And yeah, but really, like I can't like say like, oh yeah, somebody's going to be pumping a lot of money into a G.I. Joe game at this point.
Probably
Right?
not.
So yeah,
Unless there's a movie that's coming out or some other tie-in where they can make some
they
real
don't
money.
make tie-ins to
No.
movie
No.
games anymore.
They're not organized like that.
No. So I don't know. One Game Grin really liked it. You know, Game Grin,
No.
they gave it a 90.
Is that? Oh, you're looking at Metacritic?
Yeah,
Is that like some outlet from Croatia or something?
Game Grin.
And it's translated. You don't even know that it's from because they just translate.
Oh,
It.
you're gonna make me click this button and see what.
And get a virus because you're clicking on a website in Croatia. Actually, Croatia's probably fine. Some guy just popped in the YouTube stream and he said,
Okay.
No way, it's the guy from Saints Row 3. You were a big part of my childhood." I'm glad. Last good Saints Row game, by the way, Saints Row 3.
Nice.
All right, let's wrap it up. We got to submit college applications and shit. Thanks for listening, watching, however you consumed us. We will see you next time.
Bread's done.